There's a dream still worth saving. I cling to a promise.
She gets up and leaves.
We were so close. Welcome to today's episode of the Tales of Alon, where we all just fuck off whenever we please.
You know.
It is tradition.
Because that is tradition.
I didn't fuck off. I just went to turn my lamp on, okay? I'm in the same room.
That is how we do in this. Okay, let me make sure it's picking up audio. It's picking up audio. Hey, it's picking up audio. Okay, we're good.
What you doing to my camera?
Stop!
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I did it with you in because you were in, and I didn't want to.
Is it better? Is it fixed?
Yeah, it's fixed. Okay. Welcome to today's episode. Hope you're all well. As always, I'm your host, Lou. And I sit here and I lord it over this table with friends. And by lord, I mean watch them turn
Makes our life
painstaking pages of planning into 5-minute encounters. That's what happens.
It's powerful.
That is what happens. That is how it occurs.
We are the all powerful beings here.
Apparently. Last time. Oh, do we have any announcements? Oh, we're fully caught up. We're fully caught up on YouTube. So if you want to watch any back episodes, you will see a giant gap between episode, I think 22 or 24?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 22 to 28. I think.
Sad.
Yeah, we're just dungeon crawling.
There was a dungeon crawl underneath the in the dungeons area. We will work together to put together a wee video explaining the events that there transpired. Basically, all you need to know is a bit of dungeon crawl. Everybody went through. They killed a lot of things. They got a ton of loot. They leveled up.
Rich.
They gained prestige. The
Rich.
Adventurers
Yeah.
Guild.
Vaulted into the upper class.
Oh, and was that were those the episodes where we released introduced ourselves with our new name and all that?
I
Probably.
believe it might have been.
I think that
Yeah.
was the next.
What's that? There was no. Did we?
Oh, well,
did we
not
come?
super.
Did we?
No.
That was before we added.
I think that's
Right.
the first one back is the one where you introduced yourself.
That's good.
Maybe so.
We
We
will-
probably quit mid dungeon because we were getting
Well,
killed.
No, we
each
succeeded
level
in the dungeon.
took two sessions to get through.
Because we were getting fucking spanked in there.
You were getting a little bit spanked. Yes.
I mean, you breezed through the first level.
Yeah,
Like,
well.
breezed. It was yesterday's news, and then you were like, "Oh fuck."
Ought to be a walk in the park.
Keeps happening.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh shit! What happened?
I don't know.
Is it?
Oh, I,
mean,
see what
my
happened.
camera never disappears from Discord. Is it my fault?
No, this one's on me. This one is on me. Well, please, I'm fixing it. For whatever reason, the pop-out chat collapsed. So that's what caused it this time. And then I need to turn. Now it's fixed. All right. There we go. If you guys don't mind keeping an eye on that, just because. Yeah. Totally on top of things. 'Cause we are the best.
Professional organization.
We're professionals here.
Streamer professional.
We can compete. Oh no, wait, sorry, we're not professionals here, so we can compete in the Olympics.
Amateurs.
Yeah, that. That is what we
Don't
are.
worry, we're totally amateurs.
We are totally amateurs, just so we can maintain our Olympic status. All right. So that's all the news. New episodes should be going live on Fridays around noonish. Will I remember that? Probably not. Will that last for more than a couple weeks? God, I fucking hope so. And without further ado, yeah, Geist tea is good.
I've never had that before. It's pretty
Geist tea. Geist
geisty.
tea. I'm drinking bubbles.
Ah.
I do have a question. Next week, day before Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah, we should totally have a pause that day.
Yeah,
We should skip that day.
actually. would be
Should we go ahead and
this
just err on the side of also pause Christmas time area
Oh
too?
yeah. Well, Christmas is over the weekend,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so we will discuss that when we will have to pause the 14th, I think, of December, because I'm on a work trip. Yeah, 14th.
Maybe the 21st, maybe also. I know I'll probably be out of town.
So 23rd, no D&D.
Well, the 23rd is a Friday.
Oh, no.
I'm talking about November.
Oh, I know my months. I know my months. Yeah, so 23rd we'll take a break. D&D. So next week, and then we will resume.
Feel like I am more likely to show up for a pre-Christmas than a post-Christmas situation. For D&D,
That's-
if that makes sense.
That is good to know. I
Because
think-
all my work is smushed into those first there's a couple days after.
Oh, you don't have to work the holidays?
Well, I don't work Christmas Day or the day after, but then I work like a bunch of days in a row.
Oh. Well, we'll get there when we get there. We might cancel the day after. We definitely have to cancel the 14th because I will literally be in a car with my boss.
Good to know. Oh, I work that day, so that works out perfecto.
Yeah. So, unless you want to do D&D with my boss, which would be
Nope.
weird.
Heck yeah. We didn't do a one shot. He'll be our celebrity guest.
I don't know how into it he would be. It would be my boss and my other coworker. So.
Sounds like a perfect day to not have D&D.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be there anyways, so.
There we go. All right. Last time on the Tales of the Wand, there was a massive ball known as the Harvest Ball, at which there were many guests from all over, including local kings and queens. A wide variety of people showed up. There are also youths that were there to be to have fun and also be tested. And there were also there was a lot of fun to be had. The party had a great time until probably a little over halfway through. Aximonius got a message, and this message led him to communicate with Ebrariel and Giles, and together the three of them quickly departed the halls without any word to anybody. The party quickly followed after them and found themselves at the Lost Tower item shop. Therein, they found the place thoroughly ransacked. And while nothing appears to be missing, there was definitely a break-in, which is most unusual. Especially as the thieves didn't take anything. And as we closed out last week's session, the party made a deal with Giles and Ebrariel and Acimonius to do the investigation of the break-in so that Lord Javert, the head of the City Watch, wouldn't have to be involved because that dude's a dick and would shut down the shop for probably an extended period of time. And let's face it, nobody wants that because the shop needs to be open so shit can get sold. And that's where we come back.
Okay, I think I did this last time, but I only cast detect magic.
Yes, you did cast detect magic, and if I remember correctly, there was traces around the door that was magically closed. There were traces around the glass that was broken, and traces around the front door, as well as all the magic items and.
Yeah, window, door, desk, enchanting room, and then the warded door.
Yep.
Had traces around them. And they did an inventory, and nothing from the shop is missing.
That is correct.
Is it like smashed up a little bit?
Yeah, so
That's
stuff
what
is
happened?
smashed up, thrown on the floor, like it's just a huge fucking mess. Right in front of my fucking face.
Does it look indiscriminate, or does it look like they were trying to find something?
Roll an investigation check.
Like, does it look like they were searching for something particular and just being hasty about it? Or does it look like they were either just smashing everything on purpose or possibly smashing everything indiscriminately to make it look like sloppier than they actually meant? Investigation?
Mm-hmm.
17.
The 17. It looks actually a bit of both. Some areas of it, like behind the counter and stuff like that, look very, especially as it gets to the upper floors. This is like 3 levels, right? 3-level shop. The upper floors look more methodically ransacked. whereas the lower floors look more just to make a mess.
Well, quite a scene this is. Um,
Does that note mean anything to you guys?
note. Yes. No, we
What's
not.
Dagger?
Note that
What's
was the
Dagger
address.
Company?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Jane.
Yeah.
Jane.
Jane. Yeah. She's back again. It's been a while. Feels like it's been a while at least.
Jane. How could she?
It's a very succinct note.
The fact that there's a heart on here makes me think that she's trying to leave it for us on purpose.
Well, yeah. I can't tell if it's like a clue or what. All of her other notes were awfully confusing. Yeah, what does it say on the back? Does it have something on the back?
No.
No. Okay, it just must be the ink bleed.
Can
okay.
it make some fire? Let's hold it over fire.
Yeah. I can like open my hand and pull
I'll
out a
wave it over
fireball.
her hand.
Nothing
Nothing
happens.
happens.
So it's not like previous notes then.
Dagger Company.
Dagger.
Anybody heard of the Dagger Company before? We heard of
Have
the Dagger
not.
Company.
Roll a.
History?
Yeah, I'll say roll history.
Four.
If that's
Natural one.
familiar.
Okay.
I have an 8. I rolled an 8.
Okay. And what did you get, Ion?
Huh?
Ava.
5. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
but-
guys are. It sounds like it should be familiar, but you guys are just drawing a straight up blank.
What about Riley?
Riley does not recognize it either. Do you just talk amongst your group about this, or do you also bring it up to?
Asmodeus. Have you ever heard of a Dagger Company?
No, good. Hold on, Avariel. Is the Dagger Company one of your lot? She goes, well, they resigned.
Like an adventuring guild?
Well,
Like a group?
yeah, so
Or-
they were they were a member of the Adventurers Guild. They were actually hold on. They have their resignation. Well, it wouldn't be on me. Just she twirls her hands and a paper summons itself in her hand, or a book summons itself in her hand, like a ledger. She starts flipping through. Hold on. Let's see. Okay. Well, here they are. Okay. So they made it to the rank of apprentice. They were about to go test for home guard, actually, as well, and then they resigned their commission. About right around the time you guys left.
On our first mission, or
No, most recently.
Interesting.
Like probably
What?
a few days after you guys left.
What can you tell us about them as people or where they came from? I mean, if they're involved with Jane in some way, then we should know.
all I really know about them is that there are formerly 5 members. There are 4 current members. There is Nabiru, a male dragonborn cleric. Ethert, a human paladin. Framund, human barbarian, and Aya, something, a dragonborn fighter.
The 2 humans, 2 dragonborn.
Okay.
Hmm?
2 humans, 2 dragonborn.
2 humans, 2 dragonborn, and one of the dragonborn is female. They pretty much left the city after they resigned their commission, though. We've actually not heard anything about them, which is surprising because Javert
tell
likes
you-
to bring up all of the adventure parties all the time.
Of course he does.
Did they tell you like why they resigned? I mean, was there any indication?
No, they just said that they're gonna be expanding and moving elsewhere. That's what they said. They didn't want to continue adventuring. They wanted to set up shop.
Do you have a good relationship with them, or is it sort of
I
kind of
don't-
vibe you get from?
I mean, as good a relationship as I have with, just about any adventure, I suppose.
Well, except for
Oh yeah, I mean, you guys are here as opposed to everybody else who's not here. You've also got the attention of the king, so say
good old.
I am a
Harvey.
little more invested in your group than others.
Oh,
It's
and
'cause we're the
technical
best.
Service, of course. A
Excuse
human
me?
barbarian, a dragonborn fighter, and then a human. What?
It's sorry.
Well, there's 4 of them, so what was
Yeah.
the last one?
I missed the first 2.
It is a dragonborn cleric, human paladin, human barbarian, dragonborn fighter.
2 and 2.
You said cleric.
Cleric, paladin, barbarian, fighter.
Right.
Wow.
So, and did they like set up shop? I mean, do they mean like literal shop, or do you
Not in
know?
the area.
Copy or a metaphysical.
Well,
Yeah,
they
like
didn't
a-
set up either in area.
Okay.
Hmm.
Dagger Company. What does that have to do with Jane?
We don't even know if they perpetrated this. Could be leading us on a weird chase. Although
What
her
kind of,
MO is going to give us little subtle hints.
What do you know? What kind of missions they went on, if any, when they were?
Let's see. They had four missions. They went to most recently they were in Lindmont, Sir Ludovis for some ghoul attacks. Prior to that, they were in Eusebio on a werewolf hunt. They were in Averell to protect a priest cleric during a cemetery cleanse. And then their first mission was just to be hired, muscle, just to make a show. Or somebody just wanted people to look strong.
So with that,
Yeah.
Hold on. Let's see what details are left. It was a. I did not keep detailed notes of this. This one. a group known as the Obsidian Company.
Obsidian Company.
The Obsidian Company.
And that was in area.
Yep, that was right on the docks. They were they came to do a
Mm.
trade agreement. It's like check out the city and with the Merchants Guild, and they just wanted some. Basically, they wanted some people to look tough, guard their wares, prevent any pockets. They were in a new, this is a.
They came on a ship.
Yeah.
We know the
Well,
name of
I
the
mean,
ship.
that
Do not know the
seems
name of the ship.
like the only connection I can think of,
Well,
since our run-ins were
hear me out. What if the ship was Longshot? Could have been the Southern Belle, which I believe was the
Don't know.
ship that.
I think so. Well, not even just
Jane
that,
took.
but I mean, the very fact that Jane was on the docks, near the docks, servicing like the people that come.
Would have overlapped, maybe.
Yeah, maybe Obsidian Company is the company that's smuggling.
They're
From the
based
dock.
out of the city.
Actually, I have very little information on the Obsidian Company. I just know that
Okay.
they were in town to work on some trade agreements.
So they were in area. They were in Averell. They're kind of around this area.
Yep. Same as you guys, same as any other.
Well, we went a little farther out, but sure.
Well, right. I mean, other than the seafaring groups, like pretty much everybody stayed pretty close.
Okay. Well, maybe we need to find this Dagger Company or find the Obsidian Company.
Dagger
Might
Company
lead
could
us-
be a good place to start.
I guess. I mean, I'm confused by this as a note from Jane, particularly because one, all of her notes are
Yeah.
confusing, but two, I mean, she's leading us somewhere, but like, why those people?
True.
It's like she's given up the, I don't know. I have no idea. I don't even know. I'm not the smart one of the group, so
Between Obsidian Company and Dagger Company, which would be like easier and quicker to find? Obsidian Company seems a little more straightforward, right?
Yes.
Obsidian Company is an actual organization.
Yeah,
Dagger Company is a adventuring party.
right. That does not want to adventure anymore, so they may not go by that.
Yeah, there were no real leads on where they are.
Little needle in the haystack situation.
And or maybe they're members of the Obsidian Company
Hmm.
Ooh,
now.
it's a front.
Could be. Yeah, I say maybe figure out how to find the Obsidian Company. Do you I don't know. I don't know where to start. Are there ledgers?
Well, you're gonna want to talk to the Merchants Guild for their ledgers on them, or you could talk to Master Darktide. Lord Darktide would have information on every ship and the group who sailed it, or at least the captain's name.
Where can he be found?
Right
I mean, I know
now,
he's
he's still at the ball.
Well, yeah,
Um,
right, but I'm not gonna like, hey, tell me about this ship in the middle of a ball.
Tomorrow, he might be a hard man to pin down.
Well, then what an awful
You could
convenience
look
it is
for
that he's
him.
here now.
I mean, you're welcome to look for him. He's usually down at the Salty Mermaid in the docks, I believe.
Or it's sort of an after party.
No, that's his usual. He does his business there.
Hmm.
Okay, so
He recruits from the sailors and stuff like that. Down at the Salty Mermaid.
so Lord Darktide at Salty Mermaid is a good start.
To find. I mean, if you want to pursue your ship lead, as far as the Obsidian Company, if you want more information on them, you're going to want to go to the Merchant Guild. They'll be the ones who have the information on. I mean, if they were here to sign trade agreements, which is what I have in their bounty request.
Okay.
In the mission dossier, that's what it says. They were here to sign trade agreements and just requested some armed. Yeah. They wanted something more than the town guards.
Okay.
Anything else worth looking around here for? I like check out the desk maybe, see if there's anything like there.
Sure. Go ahead and roll another investigation.
Not amazing. I think that's 14.
There is, I mean, there's like pages torn out of like random manuals and stuff like that strewn about from the desk. But there's nothing like the counter where all the money, like the money wasn't there, so they just kind of trashed what was there.
Clearly looking for something though. With some connection to our dear friend Jane.
Yeah.
And the Dagger Company.
We have to start somewhere, so I feel like
Yeah, I mean Lord Darktide's a good place to start, isn't he?
yeah. I mean the Merchant Guild is likely unavailable tonight. Lord Darktide is here, but
Well, you would have to
May
go
want-
back to the ball.
party. Alternatively, do you know abouts when he frequents the Salty Mermaid, like time of day?
He's usually in at least around lunch. He gets there before lunch, and usually stays there until around dinner time, I believe. Unless his habits have changed.
Okay.
Is he there now, or you think, or is he still at the ball? How long is the ball?
Oh no,
going
he's
for?
definitely at the ball. The ball's in like full swing still.
Hmm.
That is.
Might not want to have business though.
I mean,
No.
at these kinds of events, there's a lot of business that does occur. It's not all fun and happiness and forgetting what's going on. Why do you
Well,
think so
isn't it
many foreign nations were invited?
a shame that our charisma isn't here tonight?
Been for a while.
Our fancy boy charisma. All right, Rudolph.
Oh, Rudy.
I mean, I suppose we need to go talk to him. Maybe we
We
can
can at least give him a heads up. We're swinging by tomorrow.
Yeah, or that yeah, maybe we could just, say, hey, we'd like to talk some business.
Yeah, I can tell him what about, so he's got an idea. Maybe we can find some information to, before we show up, so we can have something to give us.
Do we know, is he like a good guy? Do we
He's
like
friends
him?
with Abrariel, yeah,
Okay.
Well,
or at least a
You know,
former captain of hers.
no, not of Abrariel.
Was it not Abrariel?
It was
Renee?
Yeah.
Lady Renee?
Oh, that's yeah.
Okay.
Totally meant that.
So then he was at our table, so
He
yeah.
did actually come say hi to you guys.
Yes, no.
Like specifically, he made an effort to personally say hi and introduce himself.
Okay. All right. Well, then I think maybe we could just like slip back into the party and maybe just,
Suss it out, feel the vibe.
feel the vibes, and then he knows we're an
Halfway.
adventuring group
Mhm.
and that we clearly have missions to complete, and maybe
Yeah.
he'd be open to having a conversation
We're
with
gonna
us
invest
about it.
interest in the security of the city, especially if it may or may not involve the ones on the
Yeah.
docks he's in charge of.
Exactly. Specifically because
I do
it
have
involves
to
the
retcon
docs.
something because I made a hugest mistake.
Yep. Today. or-
Retcon.
Just
Okay.
now.
Mm-hmm.
Renee is not there. Abrariel is there.
Yeah.
I answered your questions on the Dagger Company as if Abrariel was there.
I think we were all.
I think
were
that
saying
was
Abrariel, thinking that's wrong.
Yeah, that is exactly what is happening because I 100% answered as if Dastral was there, and it was actually Abrariel and not Dastral.
Oh, I thought you were just answering like. I mean, I was looking at my list of table people, and so I answered as if I was.
No, like the information about Dagger Company,
Oh,
you do
was-
not have yet.
I see.
Well, we
That's
didn't
a
find
huge-
anything
that's-
here. When did we head back to the ball and talk to Lady Dastral?
What a retcon! Ignored everything.
Yeah, ignore everything you just discovered.
Okay, well then, yeah. So
Dastral
there's
is
nothing.
back at the ball.
Okay.
All you have to go on is Dagger Company, and
Okay.
you do not know. I apologize, guys. That was
Do I get my
That's-
lobotomy now or later?
a little bit of both.
When does
Like
the
this-
bright light come?
I like to spread out. I like to spread out my lobotomies.
Okay. All right. Well, then let's go back. Let's go back to nothing's taken. We have these notes. Abrariel doesn't know anything, which is fine. But we need to talk to Renee because she works.
Yeah. So people who are more connected is literally everybody who's at the ball.
But
Although
like the
Abrariel is like fairly well connected, but the people at the ball you can assume
Yeah.
are going to be more connected. and
I
have
mean,
more.
Abrariel could know things. She was at the table with us.
I mean, she knows things, but she doesn't necessarily know the things that will be helpful in this.
Does she drink and she knows things? Or
Nice.
You actually have never seen her drink.
she owns the bar.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. All right.
You've just never seen her drink.
Fair. Okay, let's go back to the party. This is boring. There's nothing here.
Yeah, might as well.
You guys return.
Lady Dastral.
Do you sneak past the guard, or do you actually just enter as normal?
Just like go back in. Like, I mean, we were
any reason to
invited.
sneak?
You
is there any
tell
reason
me.
to sneak? I mean, I no. I think
Do
we
you-
just
I mean,
show them our invitation and go back in. We are.
Do you want
Walk
it known
confidently.
That you left?
Huh?
Do you want it known that you left?
Is there a reason to not let anybody?
I mean, we can stealth back in, or like.
That's your option.
Go
You
back
can
in the
either
way-
go in the front and let the guard know and have him let you in, or you can stealth back in and pretend you never left. Those are your
Okay, well then, how about we stealth back in and pretend we never left?
That's more fun, right?
Absolutely.
I'm just asking. You don't have to. I'm just curious. Roll stealth.
But
Nat 20 plus 6.
Yeah, fuck yeah. I have a 21, bitch.
Nice,
I
nice.
definitely didn't get that.
Okay, I need to roll for 2 people.
Oh, I could have been higher, but that's fine.
Okay. It's
13. Not terrible.
not terrible. Okay, so Sleeve gets a nice 18 and stuff. And
Okay.
I'm sure she has at least.
yeah,
plus
it's
2.
probably above 20. And Selenway gets a. Here's my. Imagine knowing my stuff.
Imagine.
What would be worse than I want to be? Oh, okay. Actually, her stealth is a 9.
Oh.
She rolled a 4.
Perfect.
Um.
+5.
Okay,
okay.
so yeah,
Yeah.
she's got +5. She's very proficient in stealth. Okay, so you guys are able to sneak back in. There's a couple moments where one member or another might have accidentally, almost alerted somebody, but the much more stealthy members are able to kind of get everybody back on track and ensure that you guys get back in.
All right.
Without too much ado. So you're back in the party, back in the ball.
Uh,
You guys are balling it up.
Balled up. Well, were there any leads for anything at this note? Anybody else we should you think to ask?
I mean, we ought to just talk to Dasserall. I mean, she knows about Jane, right? I think.
Yeah, I feel like we might have mentioned it.
So we could just like show it to her.
I mean, yeah, we trust her.
But
I mean, what?
Seems about as good a
So-
place to start as any.
Yeah. Why was she not with us, anyways? I don't understand that.
Probably too important to bother at the ball. Maybe she was needed here.
Yes. Okay. She's a lady. Okay. Yeah. Let's just show her the note and like see what she says and go from there.
alrighty.
Shoot. I mean,
You guys go approach Lady Dastrol. She goes, "Oh, what's up, guys? How's it going? How are you enjoying the ball?" You guys tell her everything. She goes, "Oh, yes. Let me. That does ring a bell. They actually just turned in their commission. Hold on, let me look it up." And then she tells you everything that you now know.
Wow, very interesting.
Wonderful retconning experience.
Seems like the perfect
Oh.
place to start our investigation.
huh?
With
It's like
them.
deja vu.
There you have it.
So, so you think we should talk to him now,
I mean, you're welcome to.
or just like
He's in
give
front of
him
the
a?
guild, yeah?
So you guys look over to him, and he is like drinking with. There's this huge hulking human that they're just going like drink for drink, and Lothgrimar has also joined them.
Oh, that's dangerous.
And there's a couple other different individuals who are trying to keep up, and you can see that they're like lagging down. One of them just like gives up.
Okay. Well, why don't we just like give him our contact information and tell him to?
We could tell him we're gonna swing by.
I mean, yeah, we'll write down our information and tell him we'll find him or he finds us. Maybe. Very
I mean,
important.
it might just be best if you just find him tomorrow.
Okay. All right. Well,
Probably very involved. Drinking
Involved.
games.
Because he's doing active
Okay.
diplomacy.
diplomacy.
Maintaining foreign relations.
Yeah.
Okay. Should we be maintaining foreign relations?
I
That
mean,
sounds
if you-
more fun than this.
if you want. You guys did.
Maintaining poor relations.
You
Sound
guys
like
have established a diplomatic
inappropriate.
relationship with Wypool. Wypool.
I
That we
mean,
did.
so I'm gonna go find an alcoholic beverage.
Okay, you go off, start
Yeah.
drinking.
I'm gonna come back, but I just wanted a beverage.
Yeah,
Oh,
let's do
okay.
it.
You are easily able to find an alcoholic beverage, and then come back.
I would like one as well.
Sure. Same.
will go
I brought back
campaign wine.
several. Brought back several for everyone.
All right, drink in hand.
Drink in hand. All right. So tomorrow we can approach Lord Darktide, maybe in the evening at the Salty Mermaid, with over a beverage or some.
Yeah, sounds like a plan.
I mean, that seems like a good place to start. Maybe in the daytime we could go to the Merchant Guild.
Yeah, ask around a little bit.
Yeah,
See what we can drag up.
because I'm not sure there's going to be much fruitful, I don't know, information to be gathered tonight with, you know,
Libations.
beverages. So we might ought to
Let's
have a
enjoy the
fresh
party
start.
then.
Yeah, that sounds good. I'm gonna eat some food and drink my beverage.
We get a little bit wine drunk.
Yes. Closed.
Sorry. Yes, you guys easily enjoy. As you guys continue your night, you actually see, along with the youths who have bands tied on their arms, there are some youths who actually are wearing full masks, like masks that cover at least the upper portion of their face, leaving their mouth unmasked. And there's like a murmur from some of the watching adult figures, and then they join the festivities, and things continue as they were before. And that's how your ball goes. You guys have fun. You guys catch some dances. You have a good time.
Not a bad night. We met the king.
Yeah, you're welcome to talk to whoever you desire. You're welcome to do whatever else you wish. And that's how the night ends. You guys retire to your place or to your rooms in the Harpy's Roost Hotel or Inn and Tavern, and take your rest. You can now put your armor back on as well.
Pick up our weapons.
Yep, and pick up your weapons.
Great. Perfecto.
Get my shield back.
So you can have your stuff back.
I'll probably have a standing policy that I just do my alarm on my door every night before I go to bed.
Sure.
Just generally.
Easy enough. Do any of you do anything else before bed?
Brush my teeth.
All right. With your dental hygiene maintained, you all retire for the night. And at this point, it's like almost dawn, mind you, by the time you get home from the party. So you guys wake up well past midday because you were out late. You are tired.
Ugh. I'm as young as I used to be.
And just because it'll be funny, everybody roll to see if you have a level of exhaustion this morning. So that's going to be a Constitution check. Not a saving throw, just a check.
Natural 20 for 23.
Yeah, you're good. You are bright and
You are,
chipper.
professional partier.
13.
You save as well.
On save.
Nope, contract.
On check.
Contract.
Save. Ooh, 7.
7 total.
7 total.
Take 1 point of exhaustion. Yeah. Excellent, Wayne. Ho ho ho. Ooh, that is an 11.
Nice.
10. 10 plus 5.
Natural 20.
Just
Ooh.
great play.
Ooh.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
So yeah, Casimir, you were a little hungover.
I no idea how you guys are doing so fine this morning. My head's pounded.
We should acquire some greasy sustenance.
Yeah, we should have
Yeah.
some breakfast.
Yeah, easily done. You guys go up for breakfast, whatever you want. It's made and prepared for you.
Yes. Harvey's Roost breakfast is best breakfast.
That's breakfast.
Okay,
Mm.
since I'm the least hungover one of the group. Merchant Guild. And then this evening, Dark Tide. Does that sound good?
Is it like taboo, or
Yeah.
will he find out that we've been sniffing around before talking to him?
No.
That
Can't
that's something
imagine.
we need to be concerned about. It's my
Or did
only
I just
half
miss
thought.
something?
Did you just miss something?
I feel like I missed something.
Oh, that's about his business though, right? Kind of just inquiring about this dagger company, and then he's another lead.
No, I feel like what we should do is just like say, we have this lead and it led us here. Do you have any information on these two things that you're willing to share with us to help us with our adventure that we've been, or our I don't know, mission or task we've been working on since we started adventuring together?
Keep it light. Let's go.
Yeah, just like, hey, since you know the docks well, what can you help us with, right? I don't
We know
know.
them
I mean,
docs.
starting with the Merchant Guild might be helpful too, because we can glean some information
Yeah,
from them, and then kind of that might help us with like,
I know what to ask about.
yeah, and also like how serious we are about it because we spent all day with whomever these people are, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we didn't want to bother you while you were drinking with Lofgrimar last night, so. Okay. Yeah, so let's eat some breakfast and then we'll go there to the Merchant Guild. Where's the Merchant Guild?
The Merchant Guild is actually in the North District. Okay, yeah.
Are you telling us out of just like telling us, or
Well, I mean, I'm assuming you asked somebody in the
yes,
the
Abrariel
Harvey's Roost.
or
Barial, oh yeah, Barial's like it's on this street in the North District. Depending, should be open today. That's like the branch that most people go to. Occasionally you have to go to the Castle District. The Castle District's kind of on lockdown unless you have invitation right now. So that's why it required your invitation to get into the
Fair.
into even the castle district, let alone the castle itself. So yeah, that's usually where they hold their business.
Okay, so let's definitely try the North District first. I mean, we might have to pull some strings otherwise.
She tells you pretty much exactly where it is. So you guys are able to get there without much, without too much work. You enter, so you see this like ornate-ish building. It looks pretty old. There's like sculpted columns and like gargoyles and stuff on it. It looks pretty run down, kind of out of place for the buildings next to it that look more updated and modern than it is, but it is what it is. You guys walk in and you're immediately greeted by like a small waiting room, and there's a desk behind a wall, basically, with a person sitting there, just chilling.
Who's the most charismatic of us? Let's hear.
Not me.
Not you today.
Yeah. Especially not today. Got it. -1 and disadvantage.
Okay, that's no good. Okay, what about you, Ayana?
A +3, and below that it says a 16. I don't know what that means.
Yeah,
That's
that
pretty
sounds
good.
like. I feel like you might have to. I mean, I know I'm feeling spry, but my charisma's 1 + 1. So do you want to ask about the dossiers or?
Yeah. So who is this person behind the desk? Do we know?
So you're looking at a androgynous looking individual. Is androgynous still an allowed term?
Yes.
Can I say that still? Okay. Androgynous looking individual, sitting behind the counter, kind of like reading a scroll or a book. It's hard to tell because they're reading something underneath the counter. Can't really tell their age. They look to possibly be half elvish. Possibly.
Okay. Do I need to roll?
Yes, there'll be a. Tell me what you say and whether it's going to be a persuasion or
Can I-
a. Oh, go ahead.
Before we walk in,
Okay.
can I put my hand on her shoulder?
Get your hands off me.
Okay. I will
Maybe. Maybe not.
start to put my hand. Here we go. I'll start to. I'll nod encouragingly in the direction. I'll say, well, actually, no. I will actually put my hand on her shoulder because I have to touch you.
Because you need help standing up.
Yes. God.
Okay,
I'll take a second.
I will.
The light's shining in my eyes. No, I'll
I
cast
will-
enhance ability. Yeah.
Step nearby and allow him to lean on me instead, and pat him on the head.
Whoever's talking was yeah. So Ayana, I'm gonna cast enhance ability and give you Eagle's Splendor. Gives you
That sounds
advantage
fancy.
Yeah, you get advantage on charisma checks right now.
Okay.
Sweet.
So
And we
depending on-
have our rings on, right, friends?
Oh, yeah.
Speak to each other's minds. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do look at the thing because it does have 10 charges. You used up a charge every time you communicate to the group.
Ah. Okay.
Only 10
Is
charges
it, like,
total.
Reset it. Oh,
10
I gotta
total.
check it. Yeah, that's a good point. Charges.
I didn't want to make it all powerful, so I tuned it down just a hair. But if need be, I can tune it back up.
Oh, then we read 1d10 plus 1.
Yeah, you gain 1d10 plus 1 charges every day.
And that's 10 each.
Yeah.
Oh.
Each ring has 10 charges. You
Yeah.
speak into one ring, it communicates to the other.
Okay, that's fine.
I should really specify that more.
That makes sense.
Mine
We-
says one charge.
For some reason, the
I might have to just fix it in general then. You should have 10 charges.
It says it in the information, but when it says it only has
I
one.
think the item
I'm-
is set to 1 charge, but the information says 10 charges. So
Oh, okay.
we'll just keep track.
Yeah, just,
Oh, yeah,
just know
okay,
it
I
has 10
see now.
charges. I will fix it and let you guys know, and then you'll probably have to read it.
Fine.
All right. So, Ayana, what do you say to the front desk person to convince
Well,
them?
hold on. I'm gonna have a huddle with my friends before we just go up in here acting all silly.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'm not used to planning. I'm used to. I'm used to
Yeah,
just
right.
bum rushing
Hold up. We only have one shot.
Dual line.
Fair. We're not trying to waste our whole day here, so let's not fool around.
Mm.
All right. All right. What's the plan? What specific things are you going to talk about?
So we are looking for access to the dossiers.
Yes.
Is there anything else we need besides possibly if
say-
they've heard of?
I would say we probably need to introduce ourselves as an adventuring guild, the Enlighteners.
Well, maybe it's lying about that.
Yeah, I mean, well, no, just as like a, hey, we have had multiple missions involving, a pattern, and the most recent information we have has kind of led us here,
Mm.
and we would wondering if we can have access to your dossier to see if this company has shown up or been around.
Mm.
Okay. And are we feeling like we want to share the name Dagger Company, or are we keeping that close to the chest?
Well, it would be Obsidian Company, I think.
Oh yeah.
Is
it
what we're
Obsidian
looking for.
Company? For.
Yes, I think that's what it was.
Because
Dagger Company was hired for
Yes.
Obsidian Company at the docks, so they would have a dossier of the how long have we been adventuring together, give or take?
3-4 months.
Okay, so in the
Have to go look
past
at the calendar.
3 or 4 months, can we just kind of browse your dossier to see if this company has been around?
All right. Casmer, anything else you think? Or we good to go?
Whatever. If we can just get access to whatever information they have, we can kind of look what they got and see what business they were in and what paths they might have
Yeah.
crossed over with or the Dagger Company might have crossed over with. Maybe names of ships and other outside contacts and that sort of thing. So I'm just
Right. Oh yes, and yeah. So
Yeah.
can't we're asking for access, and
Yeah.
that's all we can do, I guess.
All right. So persuasion, probably.
Well, what do you say? It all depends
What
on
am
what
I-
you say.
We got your back.
Yeah.
We will try
We
to
can
help
always
you as
give
much as well, you have
give
advantage
you.
anyways. Yes.
Yeah. You have advantage already?
From the enhanced ability.
Oh yeah. Okay, then you're in good shape.
Then I'm in good shape.
It all depends on what you decide to say.
So we are going to introduce ourselves as the guild and individually, and graciously ask for access to their records for a short time. We won't take anything away. We just want to look. To cross-reference anything that we have come across in our past adventures.
And for what reason would you like this information?
I could not hear you. Say that one more time.
And for
Sorry.
what reason would you like this information?
We
The
have
person at
a
the front desk is asking you.
we have a lead that led us here, and we are trying to help out some people here in the city, and looking for paperwork, dossiers, any records of happenings here on the docks in the past couple months.
All right. Roll a persuasion. That's going to be a persuasion check.
With advantage.
Come
Advantage.
on.
You do have-
With advantage.
With advantage. That means I roll twice. Twice, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Twice. You take the higher of the two.
Well, I got a
What's the die?
19 that time, so.
Hey.
And a
Sweet.
1 the second. So 19
Yay.
plus 3. 22.
There it is.
All right, with the 22.
Never roll
Yeah.
in the middle, just high or low.
It's okay.
The individual
like
at the
that.
desk stares you down for a few moments. Then, without breaking eye contact, hits a button, and a door slides open. And then go to the second room on your left. The clerk in there should be able to find whatever records you're.
We walk to the second room on the left.
All right, you're faced with a very similar room as before. There's a clerk sitting there, also androgynous. Also maybe half elven.
Oh no, the one enemy we can't defeat is the bureaucracy.
Who's sitting there?
Sorry, I didn't fill out the correct paperwork.
Yeah.
It's form 579D, not 579E.
You don't have enough proof that this is who you are as a person?
Three forms of identification.
And in case
These
you're
valid
taking it, we
forms.
need your birth certificate on top of everything.
Oh, but
And your
birth
tax
certificate we
return.
need.
6 years worth of
Your
tax
ID for your
returns.
birth certificate.
Okay,
And-
so
and they're the-
ID.
The sloth person from that one animated movie.
Zootopia!
D&D.
Yeah.
Zootopia. There we are.
Yeah.
love that movie. Such a good movie.
Oh, I just watched
It is a good
movie.
movie.
Great.
All right.
Disney trivia. Okay, back on task.
Yes.
Refocus.
Okay, so did front desk person inform clerk second room on the left person who we are and what we're here for, or
feel like probably
Uh,
not.
Based on the demeanor of the person, no.
all right? So we run all that back to this new person.
The new person goes, all right, and what exact information and timeline of information are you looking for?
Past 3 to 4 months at least, maybe past 6 months, just to be safe. Any dossiers, records of visitors, transactions, anything at the docks.
I mean, there have been lots of transactions and visitors at the docks. We need some more precise information here right
Yes. Is there a way to look to see if a specific company has come through?
now. Yes, that is, in fact, exactly what you need.
Okay, so they can run a sick database query for us.
Yes.
Like some sick magical database.
Right.
Alright.
So, if at all possible, can we do our first check on Obsidian Company?
Yes, one moment, please. The clerk leaves. Minutes stretch on. It's a solid half hour of waiting, and the clerk returns. Yes, I do have some data which you inquire. The Obsidian Company was, in fact, has been doing business with the city of Averall since shortly after midsummer. Various guilds have interacted with them and to make purchases for them.
What kind of fares do they provide?
They sell gemstones, both cut and uncut.
Uncut gems. Okay. All right.
Are-
Sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Is there any quantification available?
In one manner.
Various guilds. Do we know specifically what guilds and like how many purchases?
There is a large volume of purchases from everybody from the blacksmiths to the merchants guild. I believe even some private vendors themselves have made purchases.
Hmm.
The Obsidian Company is starting to make a name for high quality gemstones.
Okay. Um, is there any person we might be able to get a hold of? Is there someone who is like in charge of the company?
The company is, as far as we know, run by a conglomerate of lapidaries and gemologists, and we could send a letter to their headquarters for further information.
You just have an address.
They are based in Averell.
But this is not me asking them, but Lady Dashville told us that when the Dagger Company was working as muscle for them, it was in area.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
They are
They're-
located specifically within the second ring of Averell.
How frequently do they make deliveries to our docks?
Well, they don't deliver to the docks, but they usually send a shipment every, I'd say, 2 to 3 weeks. There's usually 2 per month.
Was it by land?
Wh- Where
Both by land and by
Okay.
sea.
so
One.
so they have to
It
come to the
varies.
docks
It depends
then,
on the orders.
right?
Some of them come to the docks, some of them come overland.
Okay. All right. Just checking.
It just varies on the order and the speed of which the order needs to be delivered, or the rarity of the gemstone. There's a number of
Is there
shipping
a
options when you purchase through them, and that determines the method and speed at which you get your gemstones.
is there a central place that they deliver to, or is it like are they delivered directly to your door?
They're delivered directly to those who order.
Okay. All right. Mm,
What are we thinking then? Is it worth following up with them somehow? Or do we think it's just coincidence that they are involved with the Dagger?
could just be coincidence. I mean, it
But
seems like
yeah,
a very benign request to just like have people come be muscle for their delivery on the dock. I mean,
was that their first mission or their last mission?
That was their very first.
very first they
Yeah.
did 4, so that was their first one,
Mhm.
and then they did a couple others, and then they
Dual
Quit.
attack, werewolf punch,
Right.
protect the cleric, and muscle.
Mm,
Yeah. In
Any-
order, they were hired muscle, then they protected the priest, then they did werewolf hunt, then they went to deal with some Google attacks.
okay. So can we have like some maybe dates that the Obsidian Company has made deliveries to the docks? You
Sure.
know, for the sake of timeline, maybe like whenabouts they made deliveries, if it like kind of coincided with our run-in on the dock with Jane.
So
Maybe. I mean, I don't. I'm
You're
trying to
running.
find a-
Okay, so the first date, the date that they were setting up, would have been right around midsummer. When they were
Yes.
setting up the trade agreement, that would have been right around midsummer, which is when everything started.
Okay.
So that's when the Adventurers Guild started. That's when everybody went on their first mission. So everybody kind of had their first mission at the exact same time.
That was when they first started shipping.
Right. And then since then, they've been shipping 2 shipments a month. I have to log into my thing to tell you exactly the dates.
Okay. Well, that's
'Cause,
okay.
you
It
know,
may not be super important if it was like around the same time, but that means that could explain maybe
Is there a name on a
Dagger
ship that they
Company-
use for shipments?
Oh yes, that too. Do we have ship name? That would be good.
I believe they charter whatever ship is headed to Area. There's a fair bit of trade between Aperel and Area.
They don't have their own ships. They have their own representatives that
I mean,
supervise the.
We have
shipments.
no information on that. Whether or not
Uh,
they have their own ships. We just know what ships are entering our port.
Is Salty Mermaid the only only tavern on the docks?
No, there are many.
What was the one that Jane was working for?
That was the one that Riley worked for.
Yeah.
Which
One of our first missions.
gotta go back in time.
Wench's wand.
That's it.
Oh, yes. Okay, so maybe we ought to leave here and go down and see if we can't check out that place for some of these like people that were in that dagger company. Maybe they were hiding out
In the Witch's
there.
Wand?
Or just around. I mean, I don't know that they're hiding necessarily as much as they're just like
No, I'm just clarifying where you want to go. You want to go to the Wench's Wand?
yeah. Well, no, I'm just kind of speaking to the group of
Mm.
people. Just like, I mean, I don't know. I feel like maybe we're not going to get as much information here as we thought we would because there's not.
Well,
We don't really know.
While we're
We don't know
here,
what we need.
Do you have any records of arrivals and departures for a ship called the Southern Belle?
We do not have data on any individual ships.
Does anybody like a
You would have
Harbor
to talk to
Master?
the Lord of the Docks
Lord of the Docks?
for access to the records pertaining to that.
Okay. Well, I mean, yeah, I guess there's a. Might as well. I mean, unless there's other things we can think to ask here.
Uh,
All right.
I don't think so.
I'm not sure. I mean, the Dagger Company kind of led us to Obsidian Company, but feel like there may not be as much there as we want.
Mm.
From, I mean, at least from the Merchant Guild. I mean, it's good to know that they do deliveries by ground and by water. But I feel like we need to go after Dagger Company. I feel like that's the lead.
Yeah, they seem like the more important of the two.
Everybody drink. By the way, hydrate.
So I am totally paying attention. My apologies.
Right. All right. What do we think? Do we have any more questions for this gentleman?
I don't think so. Nothing seems particularly like, oh, here's your flag.
I mean, worst case scenario, we just come back and say, you know, the similar spiel. Please
Yeah.
still know who we are.
We have more
And-
clues.
More
So the
clues.
issue is we're trying to find the Dagger Company, figure out what relation they have to Jane.
Yeah.
We don't know where they are or what they're doing, though we're pretty sure they're not in the area.
But if we go to that place, we may be able to, I don't know, ask around.
Could have gone back to a previous employer for work once they're setting out on their own.
You know, I don't know that they have any connection to Jane prior to adventuring or being on the docks, if that makes
Mhm.
sense. But I mean,
Well, I mean, they could have
Jane-
gone back to the Obsidian Company. They're looking for money.
sure. Very true, but I feel like maybe we need to like suss around the docks
Yeah. No, I agree.
because
Just
that's
thinking, thinking ahead.
the only connecting factor of all of this is the docks. So are we getting drunk today or?
You tell me.
Feeling a little rough still. if I'm being
Yes,
honest.
hair of the dog. You might need a little hair of the dog.
If I drink a bunch, will it take my exhaustion away?
Maybe not, but all right. I think I would like to leave this place
Yeah.
'cause I don't think we're finding anything out,
Let's head
and
out.
frankly,
I mean,
Swat.
you know,
Yeah.
see if Lord Darktide's around now. Don't
Yeah.
need to wait till late at night.
you're right. We could check out the one place and see if he's around, and then if not, we could skip over to the other one.
Yeah.
He also may not be feeling well today, so he could be already
Yeah.
drinking.
Very true.
All right.
Okay.
True. So we graciously thank our androgynous, possibly half elf friends
Sure.
at this old broken down orny building. And then,
And let them know that we might be back. And
yeah.
Their faces remain impassive. They bid you farewell.
okay. To the docks.
All right. So you guys, where in the docks are you going?
Are we
I
going?
think we should try Salty Mermaid first to see if
Yes.
Darktide is around. Because he might be able to give us more information than anyone else.
It's a fun name as well. Might as well check the place out.
All right. So you guys go. The Salty Mermaid is located like literally across the street from the docks. Like it is. There's docks. There's a street, and there's the Salty Mermaid. It takes up almost a full block on its own. The first floor is a sprawling tavern with 6 different bars within it, like 6 actual full length bar, like not full length, like 6 actual bars within it, each with their own bartender or multiple bartenders. Meanwhile, the upper 6 floors are all rooms. This the salty Mermaid is another inn and tavern, a place where many sailors, as you look about, spend their
So
time
it's
in the area.
a 6-floor bar.
Well, it's a 1-floor bar.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you said there were 6 floors.
There are, but the upper floors are all rooms.
Yeah. Okay, so it's
And
a
there's
6th
6
floor,
bars on the first floor.
Yeah, there's
6
6 bars
floor-
on the first
6th floor bar that has 6 bars.
floor. It's a
on the
6-floor
first floor.
building with a 1-floor bar that has 6 bars in it.
There we go. 6th floor building. First floor has 6 bars. Got it. Okay. Are they all? You said it's just like one long sort of like shotgun style situation.
So there's like one along one wall in a corner, one along the opposite corner. Then there's like 2 U-shaped bars, and then there's like bars along the walls across from the U-shaped bars.
It's like a galley restaurant, basically, but with bars.
Sure.
Okay.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah.
Mm.
Galley. This is the Salty Mermaid galley. Got it.
Like the okay, yeah, I see what you're saying. Yes.
Hey.
It's like
Like
that.
that place. Like that place we went when I left town.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like that, but with way the fuck more bars.
Got it. Okay.
It's all one bar. They're all one. They're one establishment. They're not multiple.
Yeah, just like multiple different
This bar has
places.
tequila. This one has the gin.
This is the gin bar. Okay.
Gin bar would be
Gin bar.
devastating.
Mm.
Fun.
All right,
Gin
so we arrive there. Do they serve food there?
Yes.
Let's
Cool.
get something to eat.
Yeah, let's grab us a bite and maybe a drink and look around for Darktide.
yeah, so they make you the daily meal, which is today a hearty soup of unknown substances.
A lot of soups lately.
There has been, mostly because I can't think of other food right
Is
now.
it a fish
It's
soup?
soup weather.
It does smell a little fishy.
Clam chowder. Mm.
What
Is
else
that
do you
because,
what else do you eat around harvest time?
Can we tell if it's fishy because it has fish in it, or is it just because it's in the general vicinity of the fish?
Yes.
Oh,
Roll an investigation on your soup.
Oh my god.
22.
love this.
Okay. Yeah, there is both fish in it and fish around it.
Yeah.
I get a dirty 20 for investigating my soup. I
My-
can't roll for shit any other time, but investigating my fucking
Like,
soup.
am I getting
Savoring
food
everybody.
poisoning or is this good?
Yeah. What is this?
Yes, it's definitely some kind of fish stew with a fish base.
Wow, no
And,
hangover.
like, corn's
no
in
food
there.
poisoning.
And corn has to be in there. Corn has to be in every soup.
Corn is the best. Okay,
Has to
all
be.
right.
There you go.
It has some juice.
So, all right. So, do we, upon investigation, while eating our soup and drinking our drink, see Darktide in
Oh,
this
yeah.
bar?
Yeah, he's having a grand old time. He's playing cards with a group in the corner. They're all having a rowdy old good time.
You look approachable.
I mean,
Does he
as
look
approachable as a lord of the city.
sober enough to have a conversation?
He looks no more or less drunk than last night.
Okay. I am going to look at what he's drinking, and I'm going to the bar and ask for that.
Nice.
And I'm going to
Ooh.
walk past him and say, I don't know, nice to see you again. Here's a drink, and why not stop by our table when your card game's over?
Roll a persuasion check. And you can have advantage.
Can have advantage. I rolled on the floor, so that's a natural one on the floor.
Or check.
That is very
out of
fortunate
bounds.
that you had advantage.
Does that count on the floor?
That counts as one of your rolls.
Well, I rolled 2 natural ones.
Snake eyes. That's gotta count for something.
They cancel each other out, right? It makes it 20.
So he laughs and says, "Listen, I appreciate the drink, but if you have business, you sit at my table and do business."
Well, then,
Well, sounds
See
like an
you soon.
invitation.
see you soon.
And then you leave.
Yep.
Oh, okay. He goes back to playing cards.
That's fine.
Should we wait and see if there's
Because I have to go gather my group of people.
Yeah. What if we wait for a break in the card game and see if we can slip into the game?
Well, that's what I'm going to tell him. I tell him that I was not convincing enough because I'm not convincing enough. He appreciated the beer, but he says if we have business, we should sit at his table.
Shouldn't be a problem.
Which means we need to finish our dinner or lunch or whatever it is, and somehow overcome his table.
I think I'm
For
like
business.
enjoying the soup. Though. I think like
Yeah.
after some
Yeah,
early
like,
It's
we
drinking-
can, like,
it's actually like
enjoy this.
surprisingly good hearty soup. Like,
Stop
just
making
if
me
you-
hungry.
You feel like you've been filled. Like you feel any hunger that you could even imaginably had has been quenched by this
Yeah.
soup. Satiated. Like,
Alright.
It's a very hearty soup.
All right.
As you guys,
I feel so full.
as you guys
and ready for
continue
business.
eating, people don't really leave. Like, people aren't really leaving the table playing cards. Like, a couple people swap out, but the card game is still going.
Fine, I guess we just gotta go then.
I mean, maybe we'll just have to go spectate.
Maybe we walk up and see if we can pull some
Is there
chairs up.
is are there is there more room at the table?
There is no more
Let
room
me
at the
see.
table.
No more room at the table. All right, well, we'll just go hover and watch.
Okay.
Or at least I will. I'll stare angrily.
So
at the
as
people at the
you
table.
go to hover, Darktide takes notice and says, "Listen, I don't know what your game is, but you're not going to learn any tricks from sitting up there. You either sit down at the table, explain what you're about, or you're out. You're off somewhere else."
I'd love a seat, but there's no room.
Well, you earn your seats at this table. What have you got to bring to it?
What have I got to bring?
Yeah, what have you got to bring to this table?
Uh,
A sailor
Some
is
official-
only worth the measure of his deeds and accomplishments and actions. Each man or woman who sits at my table has earned a seat. What gives you permission, ability to sit at this table?
2 legs, and I work at the Adventuring Guild, and I have some questions.
Well, that's a start. Questions I can work with. He sets down his cards. Actually, roll persuasion. See what he.
How do I keep rolling off the tape the thing?
Mm.
Okay. I got a 19.
He sets his cards down, folds his hand, and turns to you and says, "All right, then. You have my attention. So what'll it be? What do you come here seeking?" Oh, wait. He actually, at this point, now recognizes you. Goes, you're that, Enlighteners group.
Yeah, we had the pleasure of making your acquaintance the other night. The ball.
Yes, I didn't expect to see you all so soon. Come to sign up for a ship, huh?
Yeah.
Test out the seafaring life.
Can't say it's
Not
not
quite.
tempting.
Not quite. We just didn't want to bother you. Last night you seemed like you were having a good time.
Well, I mean, Lofgrimar drinks most under the table, and it's rare that either of us get a challenge. So it's a good time. We could have done business. What is it that you what do you need?
Well, we received some information about, I don't know, a company delivering to the docks, and we just wanted to know if you had any information you could share.
What company?
Us. Obsidian.
Obsidian. Well, I don't deal with any of their ships. They don't send any ships. They usually, from what I understand, they're usually part of manifests. See their name often enough on the manifest.
Mostly what I would like to know is, are they like a good company, a
Are they
truthful
reputable?
company? Yeah, reputable. Are they smuggling? Do you know anything about them? Because we've had a run-in with smugglers in the past.
I mean, I have not done any research into the Obsidian Company.
Okay.
I do know that they sell gems. That's about all the information I have on them. If you have
Okay.
information about their smuggling, no?
I don't have any information about their smuggling. Just the fact that they're smuggling, it is happening, is all we know.
Our previous business with smugglers was with a ship called the Southern Belle.
Yes, Southern Belle. Haven't seen that ship since. Was that Midsummer? Has
Okay.
not made port again since it left.
Had they been coming around before that incident? Or is it the
They'd
first
been
time they made
around.
port?
They'd been around a couple times. Captain didn't seem too bad of a man, but he wasn't too fond of him.
You ever mention when they made port?
He did
Besides
not.
here.
He did not.
What were they bringing in?
It was some kind of hold on. Let me go look at what was on their manifest.
Sorry, I mean to co-opt the conversation, but
He goes and
Okay, we're all in it together. I
it
mean,
was Jane, right?
yeah. Well, maybe we shouldn't talk about her.
Well, not yet.
he turns to.
I say that on the Sunday. How about that?
Sure. So he says something to one of the gentlemen around him, who promptly walks off. Is gone for about 5 to 10 minutes and comes back with a large book, hands it to Lord Darktide. Darktide takes the book, sets it down, starts flipping through it. Here we are. Southern Belle. Captain Giorgio Basalte. Whose charter, unknown charter, was carrying a shipment of goods from the city of Apple. And
Okay.
he points further south. That is what I have on there.
Out of pure curiosity, does Dagger Company ring a bell to you?
I don't think so. Should it?
Former
No,
veteran party out of the guild.
they worked with Obsidian Company briefly.
No.
Yeah, truth be told, we're more interested in them. We're trying to look for them. I have questions about some previous jobs they've done. The guild.
Yeah.
Interesting. No, I've not had dealings with them myself.
All right. Hmm.
One of these are there.
I'm not sure what we're missing here. All right. Well,
So he's never heard of the Dagger Company. He doesn't know anything suspicious about the Obsidian Company.
yeah.
And the Southern Belle is in the wind.
Yeah. Well, hasn't been around. So, I mean, the Southern
Yeah.
Belle at least is, I feel like the fact that they haven't been around since then is important.
Though they did were involved in crimes in the city, so they could be avoiding the heat. We're trying to find Dagger Company. Let me just say this not out loud. In my head, we're trying to find the Dagger Company. We
Well,
have
I
not
guess-
really any leads on where they might be.
Yeah.
Got a couple tangential references to business in Averell for the Obsidian Company and the Southern Belle, but we don't know if those are at all related to the Dagger Company because
And
very
they're,
tenuous relationship.
yeah.
Um,
And they're somehow all connected to
mhm.
a person who we can't seem to find.
And all we know is that they were advancing in the guild. They did one job with the Obsidian Company. They did 3 other jobs completely unrelated that have to do with fighting undead.
And then
And,
sort of disappeared.
Yeah, mid on their way to promotion, they up and decided to resign their commission and skip town. With not very no suspicious reasons necessarily. And we are trying to find them. I won't be able to find stuff for a very long time. Unfortunately.
Can I just like observe the tavern and see like what types of people are here? Like, are there dragonborns? I mean, like, what kind of people frequent this?
Sure, roll
You know,
a
'cause
roll a perception check.
Can I also, when we started talking about the Dagger Company, can I like have anybody else at the table? Did that like ring a bell for them? Did they like seem like they knew what I was talking about? Insight them to see if they recognize the Dagger Company.
you said investigation for me? Correct?
Yes. No, perception.
Perception?
Yes.
I got a 24 for
Alright.
perception.
With a perception of 24. So there's literally it's a mix of everybody. And there's less dwarves than other races, but there's a mix of pretty much all of the races.
Are there any like
There's more than, like
dragonborns?
water.
Yep, there's dragonborns.
Can I just like inquire directly to him the names of the people that I know, which I wrote down, but I don't know all their names of the Dagger Company? Just like kind of list them off for him and see if he recognizes those names at all.
He does not recognize any of those names.
Does anyone else at the table recognize the name?
Roll an insight check.
19.
The other people at the table seem very carefully trying not to listen to the business of
Mhm.
Lord Dark Tide, and none of them show any kind of recognition of the names.
Well, huh.
Well, I would like another beverage.
Lady Dasher did not tell us where they, like, how they left, right? Or where they went or anything. She didn't know.
No, just that they sent a letter of like resignation. They resigned from the Adventuring Guild.
hmm Well, I hate to
I
say it,
feel, yeah, this is like a
but
dead end.
do you think there's any chance that Lord Javert kept tabs on them as they left?
May have.
He seems like the kind of suspicious dick who would have at least wanted to know when they were leaving.
Yes, but
Probably
who wants to
keeping tabs on
talk to that
us.
guy? Nobody.
Yes, but if we don't have any more leads. Oh, should we? Are we still talking to?
I mean, we're still at the table, I think.
Yeah, you're just at the table with Dark.
I'll just say that. I mean, I don't. There's no reason not to say that out loud.
Yeah.
What's
Darkseid
Dark
goes-
Tide's opinion of?
Or we
Lord
could even
Javert.
ask him, like, is there anyone else who, that we could potentially
Yeah.
inquire about these companies? I mean, we've hit up the Merchant Guild.
Or at least, prioritizing. We're trying to locate this group of individuals. Anybody who would be keeping tabs on it? Maybe Lord Javert or somebody.
I mean, Javert would be the sort to keep tabs on somebody after they've left the city, just to remember they're gonna be.
Or at least he may know what direction they went. If by boat or, north, south. What gate they went out of.
I don't know. The only other alternative I can think of is maybe go to Averil.
Yeah, which I feel like should be in the cards, but maybe a last
No.
resort
Yeah.
for risk of being a long trip for nothing.
Yeah.
So as you guys discuss this, we're gonna go to a quick break
Perfect.
because I need to pee.
Perfect.
So we're
I'm
gonna go
going
on a
to
quick break. We will
grab a snack.
return momentarily.
Try to suss this out.
But yeah, this will give the party some time to talk amongst themselves and decide their next step. So we will be right back, guys. Hang tight.
Pulls on gravity on the line. One line you find when your ego and earth collide.
Yeah, this, I mean, especially without like all the
Uh,
previous knowledge, this is
All right.
Well, I
confuddled.
mean,
So I had
Not
to
much.
I had to check something, but after checking, after checking something,
Careful consideration.
ooh, is that Bark?
Yes.
Really, all you missed is that we met Jane.
She was.
She used to work with Riley.
I don't know, borderline flirtatious.
Yeah, we the relationship is confusing there. Whatever it is. But basically, they used to work together. She got him fired for stealing,
Because he was.
and then because he
Fair.
was, to be fair. But
But she exposed him so she could take over his spot as manager of the bar
Yeah.
the wenches won.
So
Oh,
he's
she
real
kicked
mad.
Kicked him down
He's
the
real
stairs.
mad. He's real mad
Yeah.
about that, and then she keeps popping up. Like she was on the docks one night when we had like a mission or
So she
whatever.
turned around and started stealing also.
Yeah, well, yeah, because she's a smuggler or working with the smugglers, we assume. But she keeps fucking popping up everywhere, and we don't know where she is and what her connection to everything is.
Just a pet dragon.
And so, yeah, and so,
Drake or dragon, I don't know.
Drake.
yeah. So we just don't know. I don't
So
know.
we confronted her. She escaped. We tracked her north of the city to a smuggler's cove. She wasn't there. She keeps leaving us coy letters
She was there
Haunting us.
before.
and also giving us hints as to where she's doing and where she's going.
Yeah, so I don't know what this fucking means. Like,
So
Yeah.
as you guys are leaving the Salty Mermaid to determine your next step, Sleeve goes, "Well, guys, I think I have an idea." And actually says this.
who says
Hey,
this?
Sleep.
Sleeve.
Sleep. Okay.
And as he says this, a youth in a beret comes running up to Casimir.
Fucking use.
Why?
Because
Why the youths?
That's it. It's just entertaining. You guys are getting very vexed over the use of youths.
I'm like straight tilted over these youths.
I know, it's great.
You seen New Girl?
What?
You seen New Girl?
No.
Show.
Oh, that's a
One
good
point
show.
Where it was Schmidt is talking about the use.
It's just a funny
Every time
word.
we say it, that's what I
Hey,
think of.
Schmidt
No
is
one
such
ever-
a great character.
Oh, I love
That's
him.
a great show. All right. So this youth
This
comes to
youth-
the table.
These
No,
damn
you guys
you.
are like walking out, and he comes up to you
Okay,
guys.
we're leaving.
Yep, you're leaving. He goes, "Sir, you've been recalled to the Azure Athenian at your earliest convenience, please."
Oh.
Yeah, of course.
Did we thank Darktide for his help and give him a
Oh,
nice
yeah,
little cheers and tell him we'll see him later and thanks for his help?
Yeah, he returned to his game.
Okay.
You guys were like talking amongst yourselves. He was like, "Okay, whatever."
Ugh. Well, that
Then
was
you thank him. He
fruitful.
like waves you with one hand.
I'm so
Or-
over this Jane person.
Well, I gotta think of the Athenium. What sleeve
Oh, the message.
kind of thing?
Also, bring your friends.
Oh, great.
Well, maybe we go check that out then. See what it's all about.
Sure.
This is my we've been there before, but it's my where I've been living for years. Temple to the knowledge goddess.
She's been to the Azure Athenium, hasn't she?
I think so, but I don't remember if I explained it or not.
Oh.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. When you get there, the guards immediately let you guys in, recognizing you all at sight. You are escorted straight to Saba's office. Saba's kind of sitting, looking really exhausted at a desk, at their desk, and goes, Casimir, I have bad news for you. I know you dealt with those assassins, but unfortunately, a couple of the Azure Athenium shops or affiliated shops were
You're an area.
here in area.
When? Last night?
Last night and this morning. Yeah. Uh,
Maybe around the same time as the other shop was looted?
yeah.
No, I didn't say that out loud because she doesn't know about
Oh
the
no,
lost
she
tower.
doesn't know about that. She says the closest one is a bookshop a few streets away. If you want to go check it out, the city watch is already there, but you're welcome to go see what you can find out. The owner will know you by your badge. So
Was anybody harmed in these attacks?
nope, shops were just ransacked
After hours? Nobody
After
was there?
hours.
Any witnesses?
or before hours.
Yeah, I mean, we all, do our best to investigate then. Especially if it's in the interest of the Athenium,
Excellent. Thank you for your.
of course. Always happy to help.
All right, and then she kicks you out. She's
Yeah,
done with
I
you.
guess we go to the nearest one and look around.
All right, so it is the nearest bookshop, the Nuzzled Bookworm.
Nuzzled before.
Nuzzled Bookworm. Uh, it is surrounded by town guard. Like
Mhm.
they're at the entrance, they're at the street, they're patrolling up and down. In fact, you even catch Javert.
Does he see us?
Not yet.
Okay, we'll hang back and make a game plan first. So the shops were ransacked
Shops were ransacked.
last night. Same time as Lost Tower. Attack. Javert, it's really a pain in the ass about this. I can almost guarantee, but it is a guild, not a guild. It is a Athenium affiliated shop, and they'll be probably expecting somebody to come help investigate, and feel like the shop wants us there. There's nothing you can do about it. I hope. So, should we? Guess we should just go up.
All right, so you stroll on up.
Let's go. Try to walk under the.
Okay, so
The-
you're
the
stopped
yellow
by
tape.
you're stopped by the town's guard. And Javert is summoned to deal with you because you're insistent on going in. And he takes one look at you and says, "Nope, we're not doing this today."
We are you're not here on guild business. I'm a member of the Athenium, which this shop is affiliated, and have been sent to keep an eye on the library members
Roller persuasion.
here.
At disadvantage.
Well, I already have disadvantage actually. I am pretty tired. I'm still pretty hungover. Is there anything I can do to help myself out? Can I guide myself?
I give him like
A little late for
some
that.
an advantage.
What do you say to give him an advantage?
I'm giving him an advantage since I am completely fine.
What do you say to give him an advantage?
Oh, what do I say?
Yes. What are you speaking to Casimir's aid against Javert?
Great question.
What's the shop called? Sorry, I'm not ready.
The Nuzzled Bookworm.
The nuzzled what?
Nuzzled
Bookworm.
Bookworm.
I'm just gonna like jab him in the side and say, hey, just like show him the official letter from the Athenaeum.
Sure,
And,
yeah. I'll pull out my symbol and I'll
Pat him on the back, you
the
got
symbol
it.
And they will be expecting me and us to come, debrief.
I will allow a straight roll. So your advantage and disadvantage cancel out.
That's what I best I could hope for. My persuasion's bad.
Isn't great.
Oh, 18 minus 1.
Heyo.
17.
17.
Not bad.
17.
Pretty good.
That's not
But it's 17.
almost the best I can do.
Javert goes, yeah. Don't care. You're not coming in. I don't know. You could be. Listen, anybody shy of the king himself is not passing this line and coming in.
I mean, to be fair, though, jurisdictionally, this is a bit of a gray area, isn't it?
Roll another persuasion check.
Yeah, I mean, is he higher than the Azure Athenaeum? He's only the captain of the guard of town.
That's a 6.
Okay. You are surrounded by guards. He's like,
Okay.
if this is a game you wish to pursue, we shall pursue it in the highest court of Vale.
Courts. You suing us for being bystanders.
I am taking you into custody for interfering with an investigation, and we shall have it out in front of the king himself.
Well, for
Guards?
starters, we haven't done anything at all.
So
We just
you guys
showed
are
up.
being arrested as you speak. As you say words, as you make mouth sounds, you are being arrested.
That seems like a gross overreaction here. I'm gonna cast a suggestion on him.
Okay.
What was that? I mean, I'm sure there's some sort of reasonable accommodation we can come to here. It seems like a needless escalation of the situation. I don't know if arrests are necessary. It's a wisdom save.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be an 18.
Okay, so he saves.
He says, and attempting to tamper with the mind of the investigator. Further proof of your criminal intent. Fourth, to the king. You're all shackled.
I'm gonna.
Perfect. Actually, no, this sounds great. Let's go.
They're all shackled, and you're being dragged off to the king.
I'm gonna.
Yes, this is perfect. I'm gonna send a message and say, guys, this is great. We can speak of the other shop that was, in fact, broken into, and we can show him the letter from the Azure Athenaeum, and the king loves us also.
Fair.
Solemnity chips in with, should we tell him about the other shop that was broken into? I think we should keep quiet about that.
Maybe not, but we can at least, discuss that he's a member of the Azure Athenaeum and that this shop has Azure Athenaeum property.
We can keep the other shop in our back pocket and use it as a plan Z.
Yeah.
Everything else has failed.
Yeah, plan Z is in
alert him to that. I mean, clearly for this reason right here, he's been this much of a pain in the ass for some random bookshop. Then I can't imagine
yes.
he would be accommodating for the official guild affiliated magical item emporium.
Yeah, right.
I'm definitely gonna channel divinity, and I'm gonna try to read his thoughts, which, based on the description, doesn't say anything about them being alerted to it on a success or failure. And I'm gonna try to get in his mind and see what his intentions are. I feel like I kind of know. That's another wisdom save.
Okay. That is going to be a 14.
14. That's a failure.
Okay. So he is.
So I can only read his surface thoughts.
He just wants end to all the meddling adventurer groups, and this is a perfect time to make an example of the highest, like the most valued one, to the king, and perhaps get you all in enough trouble that you won't be able to intercede or have as much autonomy as you all have been left. Like adventure groups
Okay.
as a whole.
So this is
I
not
mean,
at all
he-
bluff. He's fully intending to
Oh yeah, he's
arrest
and-
us, bring us to the king, and
He's
have
a rat bastard.
Oh yeah, and this is also like
It's a little
another
much.
like this is another way to take some power away from Dastral and give it to him.
So we're shackled.
Yeah, you
I
guys
mean,
are
he
all
could have
shackled.
just
They're
said
not-
no.
They're not preventing us from doing anything.
Well, they're marching. They're like
Yeah. But I could still like cast spells.
It's a whole to
I mean,
do.
you could
I-
cast spells.
Are they gonna be mad at us if we do that?
I mean, what do you think?
Okay, I'm gonna cast Ascending. As the third level spell. I am also going to.
I would like
I'm
you to
going
roll a
to-
sleight of hand.
I'm gonna use Meta Magic to cast it as a subtle spell.
Okay.
To do it without any somatic or verbal components.
Does it require that?
It does, but I can not require it. I'm gonna send a message to Lady Dastral and say, Lady, just so you're aware, we are currently being arrested by. Wait, sorry.
Lady, just so
You're
you
aware.
are aware,
We are currently being arrested by Lord Javert on bogus charges. He's bringing
Wait.
us to the king right now.
Oh, so we all.
Sorry. Sorry. I
So
was gonna send
I'm
her so
sorry.
she knows. So maybe she can meet us there. I want some advocates in this.
So can we use sending as its own thing?
I have that as a spell, as a separate spell.
You have that as a
so I
spell.
use that.
Okay, cool.
I had that prepared to that.
Yeah, the
as a
rings
separate
only
spell.
allow you to. I need to go in there and fix it. They
No,
only
I just
allow
wanna
you
make
to
sure.
communicate with other ring bearers.
But he has sending
You're not a ring-
on his
I
own.
had it set.
Okay, so our sending with the sending ring is only people with the
And
ring.
the difference too. I think that other one, it's supposed to be like a verbal thing where I can like speak a message to people unless I use.
Yeah,
meta
because this
magic.
says it. Yeah, this one.
Yeah, that one. I mean, you said that it's like in our heads. We can like mentally talk
Yeah.
to each other basically a limited
Okay.
number of times.
Yes.
So it requires no verbal or somatic or anything. Ours is just like, hey, y'all. Right?
Like, what was that?
Just
Perfect.
Right. You hear back in your head. Oh, okay, all right.
wait. Yeah, also, sorry, is it a constant connection or do I have to, if I use it like one time, is that one charge?
Right. So from your guys'
Think of
conversation,
it like a walkie-talkie.
right? So you send a message to the group. Each member of the group has a chance to respond. Then, if you want to say anything else, it's a second sending. So
Okay.
you would mark off 2 uses from you.
Well, I only sent the one thing.
Right, but then you responded to so Solenway and somebody else, I believe Ayana also said something. As
So
well.
each time we talk, we have to use a send.
Unless
even if it's
you're well, no, if it's a response, then you're fine. So
Right.
if you get a message from somebody, you can respond to that message.
Yes.
But if you respond to the person responding, that's a second use.
That seems stupid, but okay.
That is why I gave you 10 uses and not the original item that I based this on actually only had 5 uses. So I increased that.
Okay.
significantly.
All right, no, that's fine.
I might tailor it since you can only talk to people with the ring. to not require charges. I don't know. I'll play with it. We'll play with it. We'll see how it goes.
Okay.
It's like back in the day when there was like the limit to how many text messages you could send.
Oh yeah.
10 cents.
It's a rare equipment item too.
So you guys are summarily brought into the king's court in front of the whole council, who's assembled, and like Javert evidently sent ahead messages, said, "Lords and ladies," and like Dastral is like,
Right before we walk in, can I cast enhance ability on myself? Can give me advantage in charisma checks? Can I use my other subtle spell?
yes. In that case, you can. Yes. Otherwise, you would have to roll a second.
All right. I have advantage on charisma. Meaning I have a flat roll on charisma.
Yeah, you have a flat roll on charisma.
And a negative one.
All right.
Because you're exhausted.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause I'm
Because you're
So freaking-
hungover.
I'm hungover. I'm being arrested and I'm hungover.
Quality.
It's a bad day, dude. And maybe
What are
bad
the
day.
chances that happen on the same day?
all right.
right.
So
So the entire council is assembled. Javert does not look happy that Lady Dastral has in fact made it. And as he starts speaking, Lord Darktide also slides in and sits.
Remember how many council members there are?
A bunch.
You know about the legal system in this city?
There
Is it
are many.
It's just a-
names.
okay.
Straight to the guillotine
What are
situation,
the intricacies
or
of the
Lady
Political
Dastral, she's a-
environment,
She's on our
I
team.
think you're about to find out some about the political environment. You might become a
kind of Bill of Rights today in this town?
you might become a bit more of a specialist than most others on
Yeah.
the political environment of the city. Okay, so the Council of Area is Lord Javert, Lord Everest Evergard. Lord Javert is the head of the city watch. Lord Evergard is the head of the city militia. You have Lord Geoffrey Darktide, who is who's the Lord of the Docks. You have Lady Dastral. You have Captain Blackwood, and then you have King and Queen Lamardieu.
So basically everybody at our table the other night at the ball, except
Yeah.
for like one. Perfect.
And Jabber was not there.
Well, Javert is
Yeah.
the
Well,
one
Javert and then
leading
the other guy.
He has to recuse himself from his vote.
Well, no, but sorry, wasn't he not at the ball?
He was not at the ball.
Okay. Blackwood is the dungeons.
He can't sit with us anyway.
Yeah.
Who was the guy, the head of militia?
The militia
Ever
is
somebody?
Lord Everest Evergard.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, he was there.
Mm-hmm.
Ever. Gort.
Commander of militia. Okay.
Militia.
All right, let's get this party started.
And Lady Dastral is a member of the council?
She is
Yep.
a member of the council, yes. Okay. I also need to do this so I can keep track of where everybody is voting.
I feel like you need one of those like guess who
This is
games,
not the
and you
way-
need like to
Yeah.
flip up all the members.
Yeah,
Who's
that's
there?
basically what I'm
So
doing
you
right now.
can keep up.
I have all
This-
these little cards. I have all these little
This is who's-
cards.
participating.
So,
So there's 5 members plus the king and the queen.
sure.
And theoretically, Lady Dastral and Lord Jever are gonna not vote. at least one.
Javert cannot vote.
Okay.
Because he's the one bringing.
But
he's the one
Lady
pressing
Dastral-
charges, so he cannot vote.
Potentially.
Yeah, Dastral is allowed to vote.
And the queen's also on the.
Yes, the queen also sits on the council.
Interesting. All right. We should move to set a trial date here. I don't know if our lawyers have had adequate time to prepare for this circumstances.
You said Blackwood
today
is
the trial.
off.
I move to declare a mistrial.
Wait, trials today?
Yeah,
Charges are clearly
you guys are
bogus.
immediately being tried. This is
Oh,
good.
yeah. Whatever. Fine. I don't care. This is fine. This is good. We're good, y'all. I'm like whispering under my
Lord
breath.
Javert for character assassination. What is it? Slander.
Libel.
It was only verbal. He didn't have
Libel.
written.
Slander and libel.
Written.
One's
False
written, one's
imprisonment.
verbal.
Yeah, it's only been verbal so far.
All right, so I'm gonna bow to the king and queen.
Sure, I will bow.
All right. So,
How did it come to this?
okay, you got this.
Javert's a fucking prick. That's how.
Yeah, what the? Such a dick.
You rolled. All right. Javert starts. He says, all right. J'accuse this adventuring company known as the Enlighteners, whatever, of gross misconduct in the city. They have now tried to interfere with another investigation, and I tell you, I will not stand for it any longer. This needs to be dealt with, and further, all of the Adventurers Guild needs to be reined in, for they have been going about this city as if they own it. To this point, and then, he speaks to you guys showing up at the bookstore, insisting on being allowed to, do stuff, and interrupting the investigation, and then also trying to cast suggestion on him. He doesn't know his suggestion, but he does know somebody tried to crack into his mind and do something. King Lamardio goes, all right. Well, as that does seem to be an interesting case. All right. Well, how do you plead?
We will obviously plead not guilty, and I would also move to have this entire farce investigation thrown out immediately on a multitude of bogus pretenses and faulty information and clear implicit bias on the part of this Lord Javert against us and against our party and those we frequently affiliate with.
All right. Speak your piece.
A couple points. Number one, I would note that this entire premise of this trial is faulty from the get-go, as we explicitly made it clear from the beginning that we were approaching this site and attempting to aid in an investigation as not members of the Adventurers Guild, but as my capacity as a fully, I don't want to say indoctrinated. What am I like? Ordained member of the Azorasthenium, of which this location we were accosted at is a affiliated member. Any connection that Lord Javert is trying to make between us and the guild and our activities in this certain situation are therefore false. That's the first point.
Okay. King Lamardio goes, all right, that is your first point. So I would like you to actually, Lamardio is going to ask you a question, and then I'm going to have you roll persuasion.
Sure.
I'm going to say, on whose authority were you going to this bookstore? Was it your own, or were you requested to be there? Was there an official bounty? He turns to Lady Dastrel. Was there a bounty submitted to the Adventurers Guild? She says, no, McCain, there was not.
Well, yeah, yes, there was no bounty. As I stated, we were sent as me in particular, representative of the Azores Athenium by the I can't remember Saba, the High Chief Librarian.
Okay, so roll your persuasion. As you do that, King Lamargia goes,
And if you would ask them, I'm sure that they would
I have heard
corroborate that
something.
we had just this morning had a conversation with them where they asked us to look into this matter.
have her summoned. And
All of us.
Are
They've
you-
called for all of us.
Yes, specifically. Oh, and I wait. Well, yeah, a messenger. There was a messenger that specifically summoned the entire group.
a youth has been dispatched to call upon this Saba. The from
Lord Master
the-
Perfectorius. Perfectorius.
Yes, Lord
Yes.
Master Praetorius
Okay.
Saba from the Azure Athenium.
Thing that I totally know as a member.
Alright, so roll your persuasion. Let's see where the chips line up.
That flat roll.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, we're totally going to prison. Well, 20
Natural 20.
for 19.
Okay.
To be fair.
Okay. That is impressive. Okay.
Perfection.
How very unexpected. Okay. That is good to know. All right. In due time, in due order. Okay, does anybody else, while Saba is being summoned, does anybody else want to speak to why Javert is not correct or whatever?
Sure, I would just like to state that aside from this specific event, Javert has been openly I don't know, pushing back against us since we came to join the adventuring guild. There have been multiple occasions where he has acted as if we have broken the law when we have done no such thing.
Can I try to help her?
You can help her by saying something. I would advise you not to cast a spell at this juncture.
Yeah. I'm trying to help action her.
Okay, sure.
Give her advantage.
What do you say?
I would say, yeah, clearly, as in indicated in this case, where we were at this site for what seemed like not more than 5 minutes before being accosted by Lord Javert personally, immediately accused of interfering before any details had been shared about our intentions. Any explanation we had was immediately blown off, and the situation was escalated almost immediately.
Immediately, yes,
Mm-hmm.
to come here.
We were
And-
falsely imprisoned, and we were dragged before this seemingly emergency council meeting. Might I add, at the expense of whatever investigation seems to be clearly neglected at this moment. That now that Javert and his, is here with us, trying to settle this matter instead of investigating this recent disturbance.
Blaze, you get advantage. Roll your persuasion.
Persuasion?
Yep.
That is a 13.
13.
Not my best.
All right.
Not terrible.
Okay.
And I might add that he did not give a moment of thought towards the official like directive from the Azure Athenium and instead spoke only about us as an adventuring guild, which is, mind you, we were all there, but this was not for that purpose. We just all came together as a group. And he gave no notice or no like acknowledgement of that official, I don't know, message.
Interesting. Saba. Thank you for attending us. And then the king asks, was this the entire party of the Enlighteners summoned and then thusly sent to this bookstore? So he goes, yes. I in fact dispatched them as a matter of utmost importance to the Azure Athenium in light of the recent events of which I spoke to you previously, in which Lord Javert was highly unable to provide or guarantee the safety of our own members within the walls of the city.
She roasted them.
So that's her persuasion. Let's see what we get. It's a +6.
+6.
+6. She is
18?
quite charismatic, yes.
Jeez.
Who is this?
Baba.
Saba.
Saba. Okay.
Goes further, I recommend investigation and possible dismissal of Javert from his duties until such time as he can prove his worth and ability to actually perform them appropriately. There's silence in the room as everybody is pondering these words. Ayana, as the last party member, do you have anything to add?
More so agreeing with my other party members. The escalation is unlike anything I have ever encountered in all of my travels. It seems rather with a bit of prejudice.
Yeah.
So
Get it.
because of your background and your previous employment, I would like you to roll a I'd like you to roll a history check.
Okay, history. $17.
Nice.
You would know that you would actually have a good feel of the politics in this room right now. Evergart usually follows what Javert says without question. Evergart was a city watchman and rose up through the ranks, mostly under Javert. It's actually Javert who recommended him for higher promotion, and that's what got him into the city militia, the head of the city militia.
Okay, so he's a little B.
Yes. However, above Javert, Evergart follows. He's a very strict follower of Tyr, meaning above and beyond, he puts justice first. So even where his other loyalties may come into question, justice is more important to him.
Okay. So he's not completely crooked.
He's not. He is incredibly lucky for where he is. He is indebted to Javert for where he is, but he got where he is on his own merit, whether or not he realizes that. If that
He's a
makes
good
sense.
egg, then.
Okay.
Mostly good egg.
Dark Tide is a bit of a wild card, but has disliked Javert for a significant amount of time.
Sweet.
I wonder why.
In fact, he at one point had both Dastral and Javert on his own crew. And though Javert had served with his crew longer, promoted Astral above Javert because of her influence with his men and her charisma and her ability to just get things done. Captain Blackwood is the guardian of the dungeons, and basically everybody who gets put in jail eventually has to go past him. He has dealt with a lot of extra work since Javert has taken over as Lord of the City Militia or City Watch. There's been a lot of people who have maybe somewhat unnecessarily been arrested, and that's caused extra paperwork. For that reason, Blackwood is entitled to think that Javert is a little overbearing, though he does usually get the job done. It comes with a lot of collateral. So he's kind of neutral towards Javert. Dastral obviously butts heads with Javert on the regular, and will generally set herself opposite to whatever point Javert is trying to make, except where he actually she's been known to in the past agree with Javert in situations where like the city's security is in question or something like if he's right, she will admit it. Basically.
Mhm. Which is not unreasonable.
Right. Queen
He doesn't have
Lamartine is new
blind-
to the council and has joined the council as kind of the coin, like the Lord of Coin, basically. Even though she's queen, she also is joining as the Lord of Coin, basically, or Lady of Coin in her case. Her background is with a old royal family that was noble, and she actually dealt with a lot of finances in her past, so it kind of made sense. Even if she had not married Lamartine, she probably would have been in line for this role anyways. She really likes elves. She tries to consider herself, though she's human, she tries to be as elvish as possible, and that's kind of her weakness.
Elves.
She likes them cute little elf
Like a-
people.
She does. She
Leave,
dresses
for
in like
elves.
the newest elven fashion. Okay.
Like an elf.
Can I wiggle my elven ears?
Brush your hair
Make-
behind your ear.
Make them dance. Yeah, brush my hair behind my ears. Like
King Lamartine is the third in his family to hold the title. He was a diplomat. He was originally a fighter and fought to defend the city. Then he became a diplomat in service to the city, and also had to fight occasional battles. And he tries to be as fair as possible. He is not blind to some of the overreaches of his council, but he does overlook some of them in a sometimes the ends justify the means kind of manner, but also he's not quite an ends justifies the means kind of person, but he's okay with that train of thought to a point.
so, also reasonable.
Yes, also reasonable. What else would you know with that? So you would know you would get the political underpinnings here. You would also know that this is not the first time Javert has moved for more power to be shifted to the militia or to basically the armed forces of the city versus what he considers like the more thinking part of the city, as he believes the armed forces of the city militia and the city guard, are what keep the city safe, not so much anything else. With a big enough army, he believes that, it doesn't matter.
Police state.
Yeah, he's very much police state. Fucking narc.
I really don't like this guy.
So that's what you
Yeah,
know.
he
about.
Such a bitch.
he needs to be kicked in the face with force.
So that's what you know. So Lenway is going to give you advantage on your persuasion by saying, I agree. In my short travels with this company, it's been odd for anybody to. I mean, in my travels in general, it's been just odd for anybody to just be immediately antagonistic to an idea just because it wasn't their own. And it's. I believe if Javert had control over the Adventurers Guild, he would be the exact opposite of what he's saying right now. I believe if his and Lady Dastral's rules were reversed, Javert would be trying to force his people, or his he'd be trying to force his adventuring companies into every aspect of the city. So go ahead and take advantage on your persuasion.
Okay.
And persuasion.
19
9
Plus-
oh,
3.
Ooh.
plus 3. Okay.
Hell yeah.
I'm not gonna
Um,
roll again. I don't think there's a point.
Wait, you might get a
I
natural
mean,
20.
just see if you get a
Go
20.
get a nat 20.
3.
Okay. So with that, King Lamarju goes, I believe both sides have been heard. Javert, do you have any final rebuttal? And he sputters and is indignant and says, "This is utter farce. I have served this city well. You know my track record. I deliver. I have captured criminals. I have solved many crimes and other mysteries that were laying unsolved and that's how I proved myself for this office to begin with." And interesting.
As if we were disputing that, but
King Lamargiu says, "All right, then for a vote, those who would exonerate this group, please show your hands." Dastral's hand goes up. Darktide's hand goes up. King and Queen Lamargiu's hand goes up. 4. All right. Those who would vote that this company needs to be detained and further investigation needs to be done upon them and further consequences of the law. Only Javert raises his hand. And then King Lamardieu goes, and those who will abstain from this vote. And Blackwood and Evergard both raise their hand. Blackwood does say, "Sir, my lord, in Javert, the only defense I can provide for Javert is that he has served the city well. So stripping him of his title, I don't believe is the correct course of action. For that reason, I abstain from this vote. However, I propose a investigation of Javert while he is withheld from office to investigate his doings, and should the investigation show that he has in fact been delinquent, then we move further from there. But I would put forth that we do an investigation." Darktide and Dastral both say seconded together. And King Lamardieu goes, "Well, that's 3 votes to that puts us at 3 votes to investigate Lord Javert. And Queen Lamargia at this point goes, husband. And as she says that, Lord Evergard goes, I agree. Let's investigate it. And Lamargia goes, oh, okay. Okay, that's 4 votes. And yes, my queen. And Queen Lamargia goes, I believe, and she motions, and guard are now hemming both you guys and Lord Javert in. And she goes, I believe that at this juncture, the party known as the Enlighteners has actually done great good for this city. Perhaps not equal to what Javert has done, but on the same magnitude. As such, I believe that we should provide them with a little bit of freedom, and I believe that we should also, investigate Javert. I believe that this group should be held apart from that investigation, and should they interfere, then we will go into further disciplinary action for them. In the meanwhile, they can investigate this bookshop, but should they come upon any clues, they need to turn it over immediately to us. And I believe Lady Dastral and Lord Darktide, though I appreciate you both, I believe both of you must also recuse yourself of any further votes against Lord Javert at this juncture until we have more clues, just because of your Lady Dastral, just because of your proximity to this company. However, any clues you guys find, any information you guys find, if you do turn it over to Lady Dastral, she will be leading the investigation against Javert. Javert, I believe you are also recused from voting, and that should create a appropriate situation. And then King Lamardia goes, well, it's unanimous then. Javert, consider yourself temporarily held from your titles and under investigation. You are not under arrest. However, any action that you do commit from this point until we reconvene to discuss your actions will be seen as signs of guilt. And we ask that you refrain from communicating with anybody in the city militia or city guard through which you can act. You're going to have to let your birds be silent for a little while. Not listen to their tweeting at the moment. Javert is like huffed, but this is a farce. You will find me blameless, and that shall be the end of this matter. He storms out. As he leaves, Lamargia calls after him. You're restricted to your home, Javert. Don't leave. All right, you're gone. Well, I do apologize that you guys were here for that. Lords of this city, the council of the city needs to hold themselves to a higher standard than behaving like that. But you are absolved. In fact, yes, I agree with Queen Lamargia. We will be discussing perhaps some roles within this city for you all. I would at this point like to extend a honorary membership to this council. You will not get to vote, but
Observing member only.
Right. You are the DC of this council.
Yeah.
you can sit in.
The UN.
Yeah, you can sit in and hang out, but that's it. You are privy to our council meetings. You're privy to some of the information that we will pass amongst ourselves. However, you are not privy to it all, and there will be matters that we will exclude you from. But I think this situation with Javert shows that Lady Dastral has, in fact, chosen very well for our nation.
This is a
thank
great
you.
honor, sir. Thank you very much.
No, thank you. You all are dismissed to go back to you.
I'll lightly bow, say thank you.
You're escorted out. You're unshackled. You're released.
Like a 20-minute.
Yeah, I was. Well, no, it's been like a solid 2 hours. So it's like it's getting pretty dark. Do you guys want to head to the bookstore, or do you want to head back to?
Well, like I pointed out in the trial, I feel like this whole farce of investigation was coming at the expense of the real problem, which is this break-in that seemed to have been abandoned, at least by the main us and Javert as soon as he went on his crusade against our guild. Maybe we should pick back up as soon as possible.
Can we recuse ourselves from ever being in contact with that man again? That'd be great.
If only it worked
Restraining
like that.
orders for
He's never
all.
gonna go away. Let's we're going for his job. They're talking about giving us positions in the city. What about
We'll take over.
All right, so you guys return to the bookstore.
I think that we should go. Probably with fresh tracks and clues and whatever. People can't come back and try to.
All right.
Completely out of character, unrelated, but completely related. He's been this way for
Literally the
the
whole
I've
time.
been this way
all the campaign, all forever. Last campaign, this campaign, he's the worst.
Literally, his name is Javert because he
Yeah.
is Javert.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's it's not just what his name.
Well,
is.
at least that
That's
Javert came to
who
his
he
senses
is.
a little bit.
Essentially, what happened was we walked up and we're like, "Hey, we've been asked to investigate this. Can we come in?" And he's like, "No." And we're like, "Please." And he's like, "Arrested."
It's like fuck you, arrested. Trial right now, bitch. What?
Yeah.
We didn't do anything wrong.
I was like, I was so close to throwing up a fog cloud so we could get away, but then I was like, this is
At the bookshop, I need you all to roll an investigation. Yes.
Jeez, with advantage because we just slayed in that courtroom.
You know what? I will for the wonderfulness that was that courtroom. You all have inspiration.
Inspiration. That's what's a D10 or a D8?
That's-
D6?
No, since it's DM inspiration, you get a re-roll any roll
Ooh.
Reroll any roll. Perfection.
or
What do we
any
roll for
D20
again?
roll. You get like a redo on a D20 roll.
So we can use it now?
You can use it now. You can use it later. You can use it whenever you decide.
Mine wasn't.
Oh.
You
What
can
do-
only
what do
have
we
one at a time,
invest-
though, so
It's a 12 for me.
Investigation.
investigation.
Do I want to reroll?
Dirty 20.
Hey.
Okay.
I don't know if I want to waste my DM inspiration on this.
What's the spread? What'd you get, Casimir?
12.
12, a dirty 20. And what
Oh.
did you roll?
Here,
What about Slenway?
Slenway?
You gotta
Yeah.
Slenway.
Ooh, okay.
I got
So
a-
Fill it out before we commit.
Yeah, I got a
18 plus 1 for a 19.
I got a 7, so I am not investigating shit
Okay.
today.
I will say
I will save my inspiration for later.
with the combined score, mostly helmed by Ion, you're immediately struck. Specifically, Ion. Everybody's looking around. Anna, you just happen to climb up on to the front desk to kind of look down and survey the damage. And you notice that the books that have been thrown onto the floor have been thrown into a design and the way the shelves have been moved. And it kind of looks like a gauntleted hand. And in the middle, the bookshelves kind of outline almost an eye.
Fuck.
And so you basically have an eye inside a gauntleted hand.
Y'all, I'm not seeing anything. Anyone else got anything going on? You guys?
What was the image on the note from last time with the...
Oh, you mean that
That's,
stupid eyeball? That stupid eyeball that's everywhere all the time. Jane loves to write that shit on her
Yeah.
papers.
Does it look like that or no?
Those look like-
No. It
What?
looks more.
Like the symbol of
It looks more like there are fingers. Like it is like a full hand,
Like a
like
crop
right
circle? What
hand.
the fuck is this?
Like it's like you see like the outline. Like there's like shelves to show like the outline of something. It's like there's actual like, and you even look at when you look at the books, all of the books on the edge are all about like metalwork or the earth or like stuff like that. So that forms the edge, like the outline,
The eye is like in the hand.
and the eye is like dead center in the.
Open eye.
Open eye. Actually, as this is described, Casimir, roll. Actually, all of you can roll a religion check. Fuck it.
Religion. Undecided.
Oh no.
Oh god.
I got a 12
Five.
for religion.
Oh.
You got a 5 for religion?
Well, I rolled a 5. Luckily, my religion is +9. So
Oh, jeez.
Jesus.
14.
I got a 7.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
I got a
as
12.
this is described
I think it's one of my
to.
best one.
Actually, I'll say as this is described to both Casimir and Blaze. Oh wait, what did yeah, no, she's nice. Slightly got
She's
a 9. She's fucking useless.
Well,
As this is explained to as this is explained to both of you, Casimir and Blaze, a picture pops in your head, and you see a gauntleted hand with gray steel, a right hand specifically, with an all-seeing eye on it, and you remember there is in fact a god, that this is their symbol, and this is the symbol of hell.
Helm.
Helm?
H-E-L-M.
Helm.
Okay, so what do we know about Helm? And
you would know that he's with that. Okay, what do you know is what you rolled. You would know that for a while he was considered one of the lawful neutral gods, and he was actually considered like he was liked by by the general population. He was actually he was somebody to kind of regard as to look up to. If there was like clerics of Helm, you knew that they were out for justice and peace. Their job was to guard the good kind of situation.
the irony of that, considering what happened to us today.
Peace.
Yes. Unfortunately, something occurred during the Tower Wars, and many of Helm's followers, and even Helm himself, was implicated in an assassination attempt on Mistra, the god of magic, resulting in a lot of chaos and disruption of the weave that actually caused even more death and destruction across the land. And as a result, the worship of Helm was basically not outlawed by law, but outlawed in the court of public opinion.
So it's like taboo to.
Helm was?
Helm was, yeah. It's basically taboo to worship Helm. You're seen as somebody disgusting, somebody who would, willingly kill other people. You would kill many to save one.
Okay, so it's like cold justice.
Not even just cold justice, but almost just cruel justice.
Just like ruthlessness.
Yeah, ruthlessness. Justice
So-
seems to be to the popular, the way you guys would view it, and the way you guys kind of were taught and brought up was that there is no justice in hell.
Mhm.
The justice is kind of a farce. It's a curtain to hide behind. Tyr, if you want justice, that's Tyr. Tyr is like a true bastion of justice and doing the right thing because it's the right thing.
So are we like thinking that that symbol that's on the paper is like kind of a poorly drawn symbol of Helm?
It's I think it's like books that are in the shape of it, like they're all.
No, I mean the
scribbled out
paper,
in the
like
shape of
because it's a right hand, right? So I mean that symbol that just keeps showing up kind of looks like, I mean it looks like eyelashes, you're right, but like what's the stick at the bottom? You know, do we think that's related,
Well,
or is
he
it?
said it didn't look like this one, right? He said it didn't
Yeah.
look like this.
No, it does not look like.
So it's okay. Okay.
Yeah, it looks like here. I'll just send you guys.
So what we know of Javert, he's not necessarily like he's relatively justice-y, or is he kind of like that? Not that I'm not like I don't see a necessary
Okay,
connection between
in
them
the
with this.
voice chat for this voice channel.
I'm gonna pull that down.
Yeah, you it's fine.
My bad.
In the voice channel for this voice chat. I have
Oh,
the
I
picture.
see.
That's what it kind of looks like.
Oh, I see. So like I see. Like a what are they called?
Goblet.
Oh, they are called gauntlets, aren't they? LOL.
Mhm.
Sorry, I forgot those are called gauntlets.
Um,
I was
that-
I was thinking like a gauntlet, like a that holds fire,
oh,
Like
goblet.
swinging axes.
like a bowl, like a bowl,
Like
a
a
giant bowl,
chalice.
you know, like a chalice, like the gauntlet of fire, if you will.
I
That's
think
what
that
I.
was also a goblet.
Oh, goblet. Fuck. All right. Well, never mind.
Yes.
So Javert is like black and white, like justice and whatever.
Yeah.
But Helm is more like ends just by the means, but like in a cruel way.
Yeah.
Like
Whatever.
pretending
whatever
to be
the
justice, but not really justice. Sort of
Well,
justice.
I
Is there any
think
sort of
that
like does he remind us of Javert? I guess
Yes and no.
just as a vibe, not as like there's a connection between them, but like
As like a vibe, like kind of. Just because Javert has just been unnecessarily cruel to you guys.
yes, he has been very cruel.
I think he's just sick for power. I
I
think that's
have-
what his
I
problem is.
I have a perfect example, but I can't use it because it would be meaningless to all of you. So, I can't use my perfect example. I'll think of another one. But it would basically be somebody. So Helm would be like, say there's somebody who's special forces who would literally kill civilians on his way to killing a target.
Mhm.
Like if you get in his way, you are disposed of on his way to the goal. So not just ends justify the means, but anybody who even remotely bothers me on the way to my means.
Okay.
Or on the way to the end.
And also like
That's dealt
like any crime penalty would be death type thing
like very severe punishment for
for any.
not necessarily like death, but it's so where Tyr is like, okay, if you steal, you should do penance for theft. You should
Mhm.
work for the person you stole from. Helm is like, nah, you lose a hand.
Mhm.
Maybe even both.
Mhm.
Kind of thing.
You can't pick things up.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
But yes, so this seems
Don't
like
like
a
this
great
guy.
moment to end today's session. Cliffhanger us for 2 weeks as you
Oh
guys
no!
look down at this symbol and wonder what it could mean. Oh wait, actually, I do have something that will happen before we end. At this moment, Sleeve goes, guys, sorry I haven't spoke up sooner, but I have something to tell you. And that's where we'll cut. That is where we'll cut. A true cliffhanger.
I love a good cliffhanger.
Couldn't cliffhang it properly.
And Sleeve says
Well,
nothing
damn.
yet.
Yeah. Well, I had to.
Dun,
I actually had to
dun,
text Sleeve to make sure it was okay. I could tell her what I was gonna tell you, but I just didn't tell you. Now she can tell you. So it worked out perfectly. She gave me permission, but I also was like, you know what?
Yeah.
That's gonna be more fun if you do.
Permission to
Well,
lead
I
into it.
think we need to go back to the other bookshop and see what weird shit we can figure out there. Awesome.
I mean, they said this happened in multiple places. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was unexpected and hilarious.
And none of us almost died today.
I mean, it has been
What
impressive.
kind of prison sentence was he trying to get out of?
Went to
for us?
jail.
Did he say?
And or died.
Fine. My
Just chucked in jail.
you're gonna
for
have to
undetermined
try
amount of
harder.
A determined amount of time.
time. Indeterminate
Oh
amount
my
of time.
god!
Oi,
Jail for the sake of jail.
Freaking military tribunal.
he rude.
Basically what he was going for. Alright, guys. Thank you all for watching. As always, be excellent to each other. Keep let's lie. With a lot more bullets. We will see you all in 2 weeks' time for some more D&D, and I will see you all Sunday. I don't know, at some point. I'll see you all at some point. Soon. For some normal games that will not be Destiny, I promise. I actually do promise because I have a surprise that I haven't released yet.
Yeah.
And also Friday is Pokemon's. Maybe we'll play
Ooh.
Pokemon's.
Ooh, fancy.
Hey,
Get that
this
on the stream?
weekend.
We get paid this weekend?
No, I'm gonna be away. This
Oh, you're gonna be
weekend.
away this weekend. You got me
I-
excited for nothing.
I get paid this weekend.
I might
Nah,
get
I'm
paid
curious.
this weekend, actually. I
I'm
might
gonna
get
do
paid
this
this week.
Alright.
Next-
Thank you guys for watching. Good night.
Yeah.
Getting paid.